All right, welcome back to a bonus episode of Making Picks for Week 4. We are going to go and do our Week 4 pick'em of the matchups, and Mark's dealing with a little bit of trimming issues there around his house, so we're going to make this quick and get into it. But before we do that, Mark, you've got an offer to bring to the table.
Yeah, how's it going, guys? Yeah, this is going to be, I guess, a little bit of an angry session. I mean, there's a lot of things going against me. I got, landscapers who just pop up out of nowhere and decide to go to town here. But we'll drop the link in the show notes below. We just got done recording our Sunday Night Football pick'em show between the Buccaneers as well as the Patriots. So for an opportunity to win a Ron Gronkowski rookie card, definitely go ahead and check out that show. We'll come to the table again with this specific contest as well as this guy just goes absolutely fucking bonkers with the weed whacker right now. This is crazy. It's every freaking time you try and do something and people go nuts. But anyway, anybody who goes or has the ability to play in any of the week number 4 pick'em contests that we going to play in and beats the handle SG Live, they'll get a large or extra large Statement Games T-Shirt of their choice.
Awesome. There we go. All right, so let's get right into it. We're gonna make these picks, and because Mark is both on a time crunch and dealing with a whacker out of control, we're gonna give him just the first 3 right off the bat. Get him out of the way. Get that noise, that background noise, just out of there. So, Mark, go for it.
Well, you're not going to give it to me. I'm just going to flat out go ahead and take it because, I set the rules here and you understand that I'm a baby. And if I don't get my way, I just start
Yep,
kind of
yep.
making everybody's life miserable. So I'm very kind of angry. I'm kind of pissed off over here. So this week's theme is going to be fairly kind of simple. There are a couple of freaking teams that are out there that have just flat out screwed me this year. They've screwed me emotionally. They've screwed me in my picking world, and they've also
Mhm.
kind of messed up some of my strategic kind of bets with the local bookmaker as well. So this is a 100% guaranteed win for me this week. You see, the way I look at it like this: if I hit my picks, I win money. If I
Yep.
lose my picks here, I don't have to deal with these assholes ever again for the rest of the season here. So they're kind of put on notice. If I lose, I will never touch these teams again for the remainder of the 2021 season.
Is one of them the
Right?
Giants? Just curious.
Would you let
Okay.
me make my
Okay.
freaking picks here and
Some
just let me be
necessary
here?
necessary stuff here,
So
Nathan.
week number 1, right? Week number 1, I love kind of the Falcons to beat kind of the Eagles. So the Eagles screwed me in week number 1. Week kind of number 2, they screw me again when I actually thought they had a really good opportunity to win that game at home against San Francisco. I don't know, they just make stupid fucking plays because of the Eagles and they make me sick here. But it's my own fault here. Go ahead and pick them. So they lose them again over here. So for a third time. This is their fucking third time, and if I lose on them here, I will never touch them again. Pick number 1: Kansas City will not win by over 7.5 points. They got
All
embarrassed
right.
on Sunday night, kind of football. They're coming back home. Looks like there's some holes in the Kansas City armor, so to speak, over here. I'm getting another 7.5 points at home with the Eagles. I'll take the Eagles. Pick number 2, as you alluded to over here, because they really kind of make my fucking blood boil and things like that. Um, I don't think, I mean, just take this whole kind of sympathy thing for New Orleans and things like that here. I mean, Drew Brees isn't there anymore. So without further ado, give me the Giants 7.5 points. I'll take the points. I lose on that particular pick here. Again, they're doing me a favor. Either I win money or they're doing me a favor where I don't have to talk or utter the words New York Giants ever again for the remainder of the 2021 season. And then again, we'll stick with New York. There's nothing that kind of uh, makes me quiver about the Tennessee Titans defense. And I understand I hate rookie quarterbacks and things like that, but I mean, Trevor Lawrence last night, rookie quarterback, showed you a couple different things in that game. Showed that he can kind of play. I'm looking for Zach to kind of do the same thing here. I'm not saying the Jets have to go out and kind of win the game, but show us you have the ability to play. Tennessee's defense sucks. You're playing at home. I'm getting 7.5 points for a second and potential last time. Give me the New York Jets or give me the Tennessee Titans will not win by over 7.5 points. Those are my 3 angry picks of the week here, and that's going to be the end.
Gotcha. Just so I have that clear, the second one there, New Orleans Saints will not win by over 7.5, right? Because you're taking the Giants with the points.
because they're not going to win by over 7.5
Yep.
points.
There we go, Mark.
That's
Gotcha.
why
There
I
we
took
go.
that pick.
There we go.
They're just not going to.
This sounds confident. I like where you're at, and I love it. I love it. I'm on top of that as well. I like that.
All right. So
It's a
we'll
win-win.
bounce.
I
Yep.
win either way this week. I'm winning. I may
Mm,
screw up our picks for the card and things like that here, but in my mind, I'm a guaranteed winner this week. I'm either winning
nice.
cash or I just fucking eliminate these awful football teams from my thinking capabilities for the rest of eternity.
There it is. There it is. Angry bets. I love it. I love it. Will, what do you got? We'll just bounce back and forth, one off.
Let's go. So listen, again, got a lot of ground to make up. So I gotta get some. I gotta sweep. I gotta sweep this weekend. So I've been looking at some lines ever since they opened up, and I'm gonna go first off with Las Vegas Raiders at Los Angeles Clippers. Total points over 52.5. I think both those teams are gonna come out and pretty much just be throwing the ball around the field and score some points. So I like that on the over. Total points 52.5.
Gotcha. Those Chargers there. That'd be an interesting game. So let's see. Where am I going here? I am looking. You know, man, that Buffalo line of 16.5 points is huge. That's a major margin. I'm going to kind of stay away from that, but I do like this game to be a little bit high scoring. As much as they're kind of saying, uh, Vegas is kind of not saying it's going to be. I'm going to say 47.5 is too low. So I'm going to go over on the Houston Buffalo game, over 47.5 points. Will, back at you.
All right, so I like this. Listen, I don't know why. I know it's a divisional game, but I don't know why Vegas is so low on Detroit. We saw that Detroit was almost able to come up with a win against the Baltimore Ravens. Had it not been for a record-breaking field goal kick by the best kicker, probably arguably in NFL history, and Justin Tucker of 66 yards, but I don't think Chicago comes as lucky. So give me the Detroit at Chicago. Chicago Bears will not win by over 3.5 points.
All right, you're tapping into what I was thinking. So, I agree with you, and you stole my pick. So,
Well, there's a
not
lot of
happy.
disdain when you talk about the Lions, Nathan. So I had no clue whatsoever you were going to go with them on this show.
Yeah. There is a lot of disdain, and you know what? There was a Lions fan that was happy with that Justin Tucker field goal right here because I didn't want them to win.
Oh, you're
That
weak.
said,
That's a
that
horrible
said,
statement. You're pathetic,
that's
and so are your
oh, okay.
picks.
That said, that is the second time in history that a longest field goal has been scored on the Lions. Before that, it was Matt Prater who ended up making the team, and he did that in Mile High. So I never thought they always kind of said that he was able to make that kick because of the atmosphere and how high they were. Well, now it's been done in a dome, so that kind of I guess makes it even a better kick the one before that because that was open air. But I'm going to key in actually on this Cleveland game, Cleveland and Minnesota. Um, I like Cleveland. I like this also to be kind of a high scoring game. 51.5 points is a little low for me. So I'm gonna take the points because I don't know necessarily outcome. They are pretty evenly matched. But I do like Cleveland in this game and to be competitive. So Will, back to you. One last pick.
All right, listen. It does. It seems like the Jets. It's a new coach, but it's pretty much the same thing. New coach, new quarterback with same results. They're just not good. They're not good. And being a diehard New York Giants fan, I can't say I'm not happy about that. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. So I'm gonna go ahead with Tennessee at New York Jets. Tennessee will win by over 7.5 points.
Unfortunately, we
Yeah, you
couldn't do
can't take
that
that.
because Mark already took the will not win. So that would be a
Oh,
conflict.
you know what? I apologize, guys. I apologize. Let me go ahead and then
Nice to
go
see my
with the.
teammate has confidence in my pick here and has my back. Just come out and say that your pick sucks and that was a stupid pick. Not even giving me a chance here.
Mark
Listen,
would
so
be angry.
you know what? I'm gonna go ahead with another with another team that I do feel confident in here. Washington at Atlanta. Again, my New York Football Giants did lose at Atlanta, but I don't like what I see from Atlanta. I do think that Washington's football team's defense will step up this weekend and show how good they looked on paper coming into the season. I think they showed that off against a offense led by Matty Ice in Atlanta there, who cannot get out the pocket. So give me Washington at Atlanta. Football team will win by over 1.5 points.
Ooh, that's a decent one there. All right. Now for my last one here. Okay, so I'm gonna zero in on this Pittsburgh and Green Bay uh, game. I think that right now Pittsburgh's dealing with some major injuries, especially on defense, and Green Bay is starting to hit their stride. They're bounced back off that week 1 loss to the Saints that just made them look gross and put up questions about Aaron Rodgers and if he's really into it this year. I think Rodgers is into it. He was able to bounce back in the game this past week and win it. And I think that he's going to come through, and I think that he could beat the Steelers by at least a score. So I'm going to go Green Bay Packers will win by over 6.5 points. And that right there fills our card. We are going to keep the last pick to ourselves for competitive advantage. But we are playing in contest 1 of the week 4 Pro Football Pick'em. And if you see SG Live as one of your contest mates, just know that you're playing against myself, Will, and Mark. And Mark has come to the table with an offer for a free T-shirt if you go through the correct steps and make your picks and everything. So make sure and take him up on that offer, as well as go and check out our other video where you have a chance for a Rob Gronkowski rookie card. And you got to compete. You can't win if you don't put in your your comment with your username and all those kind of things. So go do that and then start playing in the game there. But make sure you are subscribed and following at Statement Games on all social media. For YouTube, Statement Games Inc. And then as well, just be playing statementgames.com or in the App Store. Get the app and play along right on your mobile device. Guys, it's been great. Mark, I hope that you're able to, take a heart pill or something, calm down after this, just wallop that you've been dealing with from picks and from the Giants. Feel better, man.
All right,
All right, dude.
mate.
Appreciate it.
Please, the Giants. I mean, we're still early on. Listen, I know historical data and all that, but again, my saying every single year, and it seems like the last 5 or 6 years has been the same thing. We're not out of it until we're mathematically out of it. So keep hope alive, and we'll see what happens towards the rest of the season.
Gotcha. All right, guys. See you next week.
Take it.